রেভস্পোর্টস বাংলায় আপনাদের সবাইকে স্বাগত। আমি দেবাশিস। আপনারা ইতিমধ্যেই জানেন গত মঙ্গলবার আসন্ন টি-20 বিশ্বকাপের জন্য ভারতীয় দল নির্বাচন করা হয়েছিল। তবে 15 সদস্যের ভারতীয় দল নির্বাচনকে ঘিরে একটি দুটি জায়গা নিয়ে বিতর্ক দানা বাঁধে, যার মধ্যে উল্লেখযোগ্য ছিল রিঙ্কু সিংয়ের না থাকা। আমরা সেই নিয়েই কথা বলবো প্রাক্তন নির্বাচক প্রধান MSK প্রসাদের সঙ্গে। চলুন তার মুখ থেকেই শুনে নিই তিনি কি মনে করেন ভারতীয় দল কেমন হলো। Sir, welcome to Revsportz. First up, I would just like to ask you, what is your first thoughts after looking at the team?
I think it's a good side. It's a balanced side. So it has got a good blend of fast bowlers and spinners, and at the same time, it has got a good number of opening batsmen, and also, it's a very balanced side.
But obviously, when you talk about selection meetings, there are a few debatable selections, and selectors. Every selection committee, there will be some questions raised, and there is no exception this time round. Do you reckon Rinku Singh should have deserved a place in the 15-member squad?
End of the day. I feel that Rinku and KL also were very close to the selection. Very unfortunate. Shubman Gill has been doing very well in the international circuit. Unfortunately, this IPL season didn't go much in his way. Having said that, selectors also, you should also give that margin to the selectors that and their thought process. So I think they were very clear that they want more number of spinners, because they sense that the pitches in US and also in subsequently in West Indies will assist the spinners, because they're also in the later part of summer, even in that areas. So probably they would have thought that we will go with an extra spinner in Akshar Patel who can also bat a bit. So I think probably that is one extra spinner which might have costed the place of Rinku, but there is a logic for what they have done.
But at the same time, sir, if I just ask you, someone like Rinku who has delivered every opportunity he has got for India, he has done well. It is as at least the statistics speaks for itself. 11 innings he has played for India. He averages almost 89 with a strike rate of 176. So as far as this T20 international record is concerned, he has ticked all the boxes. Yes, true. His IPL form hasn't been that great for KKR. So, but is it not unfair to have to leave him out from the 15-member squad?
See, if you look at the players who are finishers for us, I think I sense that there is no better finisher than Rinku Singh right now in India. So I think one kid whom I feel little unfortunate is I think it's definitely Rinku Singh. It's difficult to digest this fact that Rinku Singh has missed out, because probably I think he's the only finisher right now that we have in India. See, if you see Surya, if you see even Shivam Dubey, they're all top order batters. So if you're looking at number 6, number 7 position, I think no better person than Rinku Singh. But once again, I say that the selectors would have thought that they will go with an extra bowling all-rounder option rather than just a batsman who can finish these games. Very unfortunate, but that's what the selectors would have thought at that stage.
And along with Rinku, Shubman Gill also doesn't find a place in the 15-member squad, although he's in the reserves. But KL Rahul completely misses out. Obviously, he started the IPL on a moderate note, but he picked up towards the later stages. What do you make out of KL Rahul's non-inclusion in the side?
See, if I'm not biased, I think because I've been associated with Lucknow Super Giants, so it will be biased to talk on that. But I'll tell you that he's one guy who would have done all kinds of roles. If you wanted, he'll open. If you want, he'll play middle order. If you want, he can play a finisher role. And he has that success record also in the past, even at international cricket. But probably they have gone down with Sanju Samson form also. So it will be unfair on this kid also that Sanju has been doing extremely well for the past a year or so. So maybe they would have thought that they will go ahead with the Sanju rather than KL Rahul. But I personally, I feel that KL Rahul will would have definitely done the job in across all the phases of the game. Whether it is opening or middle order or finisher. So I thought that KL will definitely, it was a certainty, and I was only thinking whether it will be between Rishabh Pant and Sanju Samson. But eventually, KL misses out. KL also has done well in the World Cup also, except that finals. He has done extremely well. He kept wickets very well. He's been keeping wickets very well, even in this IPL also. If you see some of those catches that he has picked up, or some of those stumpings, or even the catches that he has taken off spinners, he's been absolutely spot on, and he started leading the side also very well. But see, easiest thing for us is to criticize selectors looking back, because they have a very tough job of picking 15 selectors, because I've gone through that phase for 3-4 years. So I mean, while we might feel bad for some of the players who have missed out, but only thing is that you can only accommodate 15 players, and they have a set of thoughts, whether it is the selectors or the team management. They have a set of thoughts about the kind of pitches that they're going to encounter in the US, and also in West Indies. So probably they would have gone by that particular thought process, and they've gone with an extra spin. I only feel that this extra spinner is one extra spinner is what they have taken out. Otherwise, I think they've been, see, composition point of view, they've been spot on. See, with the number of openers, number of middle order. If you look at the composition aspect, I think it's been spot on, except that one extra spinner. Probably the selection committee would have felt that more than fast bowlers, I think it is the spinning all-rounders who can come handy. So that's the reason why Akshar Patel would have got that edge over what do you call Rinku Singh. And I mean, I felt that KL was deserving a place, but unfortunately he misses out.
Sir, talking about Rishabh Pant, obviously, as expected, he made it to the side. He has been doing really well since his comeback. So, would you pick a Sanju Samson as well in that playing 11, or he has to miss out as far as the playing 11 is concerned? Given the form he has been.
It all depends upon what kind of a batting order that you're looking at for both of them. Are you looking at Sanju Samson at number 3 or number 4, or you're looking at Rishabh Pant at number 5? So depending on that, I think depending on that thought process, they'll pick the playing 11.
So another, obviously, there has been a lot of debate about Hardik Pandya's inclusion in the side, given the form he has been in. Obviously, since that injury in that World Cup game against Bangladesh, he has not played any competitive cricket, international cricket. It's the IPL that he has come back. So he has not been in the best of form. Let us be very clear. It's obviously, with due respect to Hardik, the role he plays in the side. There has been a few debate about his inclusion. But what are your thoughts about Hardik being included in the side and also being made the vice captain?
I don't think there is a second thought about Hardik's inclusion or being made him as a vice captain of the side, because if you're looking at the thought process of the selectors, he was given the mantles of captainship whenever Rohit was not there. So that it clearly indicates that he's the next in line for leadership. So I don't see if you go by what the thought process of the selection committee is, that Hardik is the next in line for T20 captaincy. He's done that also. He's done that also in the past. So right now, coming to his thing, see, in countries like US and West Indies, where you will have more number of spinners and less number of fast bowlers in the playing 11s, and you definitely need one fast bowling all-rounder. You tell me who in India is a better fast bowling all-rounder than Hardik Pandya.
Absolutely.
You tell me. See, it's unfortunate that, you might talk about his form in current IPL, but so there's so much that has happened. The change of leadership in Mumbai. There's so much of the fans not liking that change because of the love and adulation that Rohit has. There's so much that happened. So unfortunately, that affected his form also, is what I personally feel. So once he wears those Indian colors, I think he can keep what is happening in the IPL behind. and work under Rohit Sharma and do what he has been doing for Indian cricket, because there is no better fast bowling all rounder than Hardik Pandya. No matter whatever the pundits say, I think Hardik Pandya is still your best fast bowling all rounder that you have in India, and he thoroughly deserves the place in the side.
So talking about another guy who could have been a substitute for Hardik is Shivam Dube. Obviously, he is also in that 15-member squad. But given that he hasn't bowled in the IPL for Chennai Super Kings because of that impact player rule, so do you think that it has not done any favor, means as far as the balance of the side is concerned, because Shivam Dube hasn't bowled and we don't know but he has, talking about Shivam Dube's inclusion.
I don't think Shivam Dube has been picked up in this squad as an all-rounder. See, you have three all-rounders that you have right now in this team, or one fast-bowling all-rounder in Hardik Pandya and two spinning all-rounders in Akshar Patel and Jadeja. So I don't think Shivam Dube is an all-rounder. Had he been all-rounder, he should have bowled at least a few overs for Chennai Super Kings. If he's not able to bowl for his franchise, how do you expect him to bowl for the country? So I have my own doubts. Or maybe the slow nature of the pitches that are in West Indies and also in US. He might be a little handy bowler, 1 or 2 overs that he can bowl. I mean, if at all he is bowling, he can be handy. But he is in this side more like a batsman who can just bowl an over or two if needed. Otherwise, I don't see him bowling much for this side. So he's more in the side as a batsman, not as a batting all rounder.
So obviously, talking about Yuzvendra Chahal, he makes a comeback into that Indian team after August 2023. Means obviously he last played a T20 international in August 2023. Since then, this will be his first comeback for India. It's a long time, but he has done tremendously well in the IPL, picking 13 wickets. So your thoughts on Yuzvendra Chahal? It's obviously been picked ahead of Ravi Bishnoi, who was in that side for the Afghanistan series.
See, what shocks me is that how can you not pick Yuzvendra Chahal when the World Cup was happening in Dubai? How could you not pick a leg spinner in Australian conditions? Because you needed wrist spinners in Australian conditions. So it was really a shocking for me that why he was not picked for those two World Cups. But this guy has never let himself down. He kept on performing. See, that is what exactly the players have to do. Rather than complaining about the selectors or about their non-selections, you have to go back, keep on performing, and you will get your due. And this man thoroughly deserves, and he is very much an integral part of Indian team's success if you're going to win the World Cup. So it's a wonderful inclusion. I think hats off to the selectors for taking this decision, and hats off to Chahal itself, because who's been very, very consistent. Even in this current IPL, he's in the purple cap race. He's been doing very well. So I think it's a wonderful inclusion, which is only going to add value along with Kuldeep Yadav, because Kuldeep has been outstanding. So all these guys, conditions of Australia, conditions in West Indies and also US will definitely help bowlers of these class.
So just I would like to take your thoughts on who would be your top 6 batters in the side when it comes to playing 11.
See, Rohit and Yashasvi Jaiswal will open, boss.
So you don't see Virat opening the batting with Rohit?
Virat will bat at number 3. See, because there is a left-right combination also. You need to look into that aspect also. See, Yashasvi Jaiswal, with the kind of form that Yashasvi Jaiswal, right? See, where did Virat bat for you for India? I don't think he has ever batted for opening. So he is what he is. He might be batting opening for RCB, but I sense that he will bat at number 3, and Surya will be at number 4. Shivam Dube, Surya, Shivam Dube, your Rishabh Pant. So Rishabh Pant, Hardik, Jadeja. I think this will be your initial lineup, so and subsequently depending on
you pick Shivam Dube in that playing 11 for the first match against Ireland.
Yeah, that's because see, otherwise, what is the point in having him if he's not performing? See, you wanted somebody. What all these years, what we missed is after your Rainas and after Yuvraj Singh, you missed someone, a left-hander in the middle order. So fortunately, you have a left-hander at the opening, And also at 3 and 4, if you have someone like Shivam Dubey, and then even someone like Surya can come at 4, 5 also, because Surya is at his best when he's at that particular slot. So I think Shivam Dubey should be playing in the 11. And see, when he comes in the middle, when he and Virat will be playing in the middle overs, it will be a left-right combination, and also you'll see a lot of spinners bowling at him. So he can take on the spinners. That's exactly what CSK has used him. Probably he might play the similar role even for Indian team.
So,
So if he's not delivering, then you'll be looking at Sanju also. But otherwise, I think to start off with, this could be the playing 11.
yeah. So, going by the form guide in IPL, is it an area of concern to have quite a few players who have been picked in the 15 who are not in good form in recent times? Someone like the likes of Surya Kumar Yadav or Hardik Pandya. Means obviously these are all proven players, experienced players. But going by the form guide, they haven't really performed as well as is expected of them. So, is it an area of concern?
With regard to these players like Surya and Hardik, I don't think form is an area of concern because they have class with them and they can always rise to the occasion, especially an occasion of World Cup. I think they will bring their best game outside. So I don't really see that the current form that they are going through. See, I think Surya has played some couple of wonderful knocks. Even Hardik Pandya, see, he might have not given you big numbers like what he was doing because he's coming at different. With regard to Hardik, I told you that what must be going through him in because whatever that's been happening for him. But I think he will come out of it and he'll play different role and different mindset when he comes and plays for the country. And I'm sure that he will give his best. Even Surya also, I don't think there is any cause of concern because they are too good of players, two class of players. Once suddenly they change to Indian team, their roles also change. There will be a particular role clarity there. Here there is some sense of there is no role clarity right now here in Mumbai Indians, especially for Hardik. So he's struggling because at Gujarat he was also batting at number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. So he was very comfortable there. Suddenly, when you put yourself into a team which has got superstars, so he's struggling to slot himself into which particular batting order that he needs to fit in. So since there is a no clarity on his role, that's why he's struggling. Otherwise, he's got the class to perform.
Yeah, obviously, I won't delay you further. Just the last couple of questions. So, the selectors have also picked 3 fast bowlers in the side. Once again, there's a bit of concern with the form of Mohammad Siraj. And obviously, Arshdeep is also there, and Bumrah has been phenomenal, as he is always. So, is it an area of concern? Is it justified to pick just 3 fast bowlers in the side?
Exactly, it's a justifiable thing actually because I don't think you require more than that. Added to these 3 fast bowlers, you will still have Hardik Pandya also who can be your 4th medium pacer in this side. So I don't really see any problem with Siraj because Siraj is the ICC cricketer of the year in white ball cricket. So just before this IPL began. So again, when you're talking about class of some of the batsmen, it is the class of these bowlers who will definitely raise their bar when it comes to playing for the country or when it comes to see because Siraj has got a different role in RCB, but here he has got a different role. So in RCB, he's the main strike bowler. There is so much of stress on him. But when you come for India, I think you have Bumrah ahead of him, who will take that leader of the pack. So then there will be less pressure on him, so he can deliver much better. So that's what I'm saying. No, when they play for the franchisee, they got so much of enormous pressure on them because they are the icons of their franchise, so they are expected day in day out to perform. But when you come to the country, there is a role clarity. So if they play to that role, I think they have done what it is. If you see Siraj also, he might not have bowled the best in the World Cup initially, but once every match, we kept on with every match. He started bowling extremely well. Eventually, he picked, I think, 12 or 13 wickets, which really helped us actually.
Your final thoughts. Can you just tell us what would be your composition of the playing 11? Means considering the wickets in the USA and the Caribbean.
Okay, this would be my first playing 11. I think I'm sensing that the wickets will be a little on a slower side. So this is what I'm sensing. So your Yashasvi Jaiswal and Rohit Sharma. Rohit Sharma and Yashasvi Jaiswal will open. Number 3 will be Virat. Number 4 will be Shivam Dube. Number 5 will be Surya. Number 6 will be Rishabh. 7 is Hardik. 8 is Jadeja. 9 is Kuldeep Yadav. 10 and 11 will be Siraj and Bumrah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for sparing your time. And it is always a pleasure for me to interact with you. And I will be disturbing you because we at Revsportz, I will be covering the World Cup in the Caribbean and the USA. And so I will definitely will keep in touch. আপনারা MSK প্রসাদের মুখ থেকেই শুনলেন, তিনি মনে করেন রিঙ্কু সিং এই মুহূর্তে দেশের সেরা ফিনিশারদের অন্যতম এবং তার বিশ্বকাপের দলে না থাকাটা কিছুটা হলো অপ্রত্যাশিত। আপনারা কি মনে করেন রিঙ্কু সিং এর ভারতীয় দলে থাকা উচিত ছিল কিনা তা লিখে জানান নিচের কমেন্ট সেকশনে এবং অবশ্যই সাবস্ক্রাইব করে ফেলুন রেভস্পোর্টস বাংলা খেলাধুলার জগতের যাবতীয় আপডেটস পেতে গেলে। আমি দেবাশিস আপাতত সাইন অফ করছি, ধন্যবাদ।